Hello there, and a very warm welcome to the Overseas Guides Company's YouTube presentation. Well, this week I've got some general tips for you on how to make your move overseas both as smooth and as exciting as possible. I've always thought, that personal experience counts for a lot, and so what I've done is I've sought the opinion of some of our friends and our family who have done just that, moved overseas. I've asked them all for their tips on moving, how it was for them, what they would have liked to know before they did it, before they took the plunge, and I've sort of amalgamated their answers into a few tips so that you can benefit from advice of others. Now, naturally, we all have different ideas and loves and dislikes, but I think in general, the following tips may prove to be useful for you. After all, moving anywhere is a huge decision. Moving overseas is a massive one, and we all need all the help we can get. So number one, a piece of advice was be both realistic and open-minded about the country you're moving to. Don't expect it to be all like the image that you've got in your head. If you don't expect too much, then you won't have so far to fall. And it will be much easier to cope with and adapt when things aren't exactly ideal. So keep that in mind throughout. Next, very important, give it time. Don't instantly give up at the first sign of something different and book your ticket home. Most likely things will improve as everything becomes more familiar to you and your new life will become the norm. Wait it out, give yourself time to really settle in, and you may find yourself falling in love with your new country. There will be times, this is next, when you're quite homesick, perhaps a little bit lonely, things aren't too familiar for you. But remember, you can always make a phone call, you can Skype people. There are lots of ways to keep in communication with people these days. And just hearing a familiar, friendly voice will lift you out of that and give you some comfort. Following on from that, remember to get out and explore. Go outside your comfort zone and really get to know the local area. Find your local supermarket, for example, local cafe, park, and just do some people watching. Just the process of exploring, discovering how the locals live in your neighbourhood will give you much excitement and exhilaration for yourself. Next, I think this is very important too. Everybody said to me, it's good to have a routine and at least some structure to your day. Routine can be seen as boring, but it also speeds up the settling in process. Don't forget that. It's really comforting to have some consistency. For example, like planning a nice walk every day or doing some cleaning up every day, cleaning your pool as we do here. Um, but make sure you do something each week for yourself. Perhaps you want to go out one night a week, find a local restaurant, and make it a routine, and you'll find that you'll settle into your new life much more quickly. Now, the chances are you don't get much choice in where you live, unless you, in terms of exactly what you wanted to buy. But the good news is that unless no furniture is bolted to the floor, so you can always change that. You can make a house into a home very easily. Um, Make sure you put all your personal items first of all, your paintings, your photographs, all that sort of thing, and it'll soon feel much more like your own. Next, go even further out of your comfort zone and travel. We are here in the south of France, and we love to have a weekend away here and again to places nearby. We've got Spain on the doorstep. If you're moving to Europe, you'll find all the countries sort of much more accessible. You haven't got to cross any water, so that's a good thing. Make the most of the area that you're in. Stay connected. It's a good idea, I think, also to keep a journal, keep a little diary of how it's going. Remember that your friends at home will find you much more interesting now you've moved away. You'll probably find yourself having lots of invitations being thrust upon you for people to come and visit. Next, learn the language. It's obviously very important if you want to integrate in a country where English isn't the first language to learn at least a few phrases before you go. You'll find that most people in your new country will help you along the way, and don't worry about making mistakes. It's another good piece of advice there. Next, treat yourself. If you like a glass of wine, have a glass of wine, have a cup of coffee. Go out and about, treat yourself to a little meal each week, and get out there. It's always good to do that. Remember, you're there because you want to be there. And remember finally why you came. Maybe it was because you wanted to get away from England, maybe you haven't a job, maybe you wanted a change of scenery, or just wanted to have an adventure. But remember why you decided to come in the first place. Give yourself time, get your family in a positive mood, and all will be fine. Well, that's kind of it from me for this week. I hope that this finds you well and happy. Spring has officially started today here in France. So all's looking good. Do keep your comments coming. If you'd like me to cover any specific topic in these of the films, just let us know. You can email us or call our office in London. We're always here to help. You're always going to reply from us too. Till next week. Bye bye.